Hello everyone, Xerophobus here. So today we're going to be reviewing Prime Roy Keane. Okay, so Roy Keane is back in the game this year. He was an icon, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I had him and he was decent, so I'm expecting quite a lot from this card. So he has decent pace, okay shooting for a centre mid. Like for 71 for a centre mid, it's decent, but it's the sort of player that's going to be very good defensively and okay shooting wise. Good passing, decent dribbling, very good defending, and 89 physical. He's a fucking tank. If you've ever watched Roy Keane, you know his physical is going to be really, really high. Okay, so just in terms of cheaper alternatives, we have Fabinho. So Fabinho, he was like 40k. He's gone back up quite a bit now to about 54, 55. And I think it's about 60 on the PlayStation. So in terms of like the stats, they're sort of similar. Like there's a big difference in the passing, dribbling, defending, and physical. So let's see if he's worth it, Roy Keane. Okay, so just looking at his stats, overall he seems like a tank defensively. In terms of going forward, finishing is a little bit low. Acceleration and sprint speed, like 70 is fine. It's not amazing because he's 5'11". It's not too bad, but nothing amazing. But defensively and physically, fucking tank. So what I've done today is I just put a shadow chemistry style on just to increase that pace and increase that defending. Okay, so this is my team. So this changes into a 4-2-3-1 with a Cardi up top, and Roy Keane played on the right side of the two CDMs. Okay, lads, so just getting into the clips. Roy Keane is really, really good. The only thing I'm going to point out, though, is that in a 4-2-3-1, even with mid-high work rates, and I found this very, very weird, he has this tendency to make runs going forward, and it can leave you exposed at the back. But other than that, he's class. I would prefer to have him in a 3-man midfield. In a 3-man midfield, he would fucking dominate. He is so good defensively. He's a fucking joke. I think there's 1 or 2 clips where he's up against Kante, and we all know how overpowered Kante is, and he just fucks him off the ball with ease. Like that strength and aggression, you really can feel it. There was 1 or 2 instances where he came up against, I think, 1 or 2 icons, or it might have been really, really strong players, and he did get pushed off the ball, but I think that's more down to his height more than anything. So on the weighted average, he gets an 8.2. But as I said, I would prefer to have him in a 3 rather than in a 2. Okay, so just going through his stats. So pace-wise, it's a 7.5. Like, even with the shadow, he's not amazingly fast, but he's fast enough to get around the field and make an influence. Like, I think if I had someone like Fabinho alongside him in a 4-2-3-1, he might have struggled, but it's more down to him just being in the right position, which he seems to always be in, bar if he makes a run going forward and gets caught out. Shooting wise, 7 out of 10, like it's nothing amazing. He can score a long shot if you time it, but again, it's nothing like, oh my god, I'm like absolutely shocked by it. It's decent, nothing amazing. Dribbling wise, 7.5 out of 10. This, again, it's decent. It's a lot better than Fabinho's, trust me. It's decent, nothing special though. So I can't, like, if I went any harder than 8, it would just be mad. Defending wise, a 10 out of 10. When he's not making runs forward like an idiot in a 4-2-3-1, I don't think you'll have that problem if you play a 3-man midfield. A tank, always there, will always win the ball back. Strength, 9 out of 10. I would have gave him a 10. There were just a few instances where he did get pushed off the ball, but again, I think that's just down to his height rather than his physical. But again, we have to be harsh in these reviews. Okay, lads, so just to finish up, he is FUT champs ready. The only thing I'll say regarding is he worth it is just the fact that in a 4-2-3-1, I don't think he's worth it. I think Fabinho will be a better choice, but in a 3-man midfield, that's where he's going to shine, because that's where he's going to be given the freedom to, you know, if he goes forward, that's fine. Which it's just really strange. In a mid-high work rate, he's bombing forward. I found that really, really strange. He's still very good though. If he was playing alongside like a Kante and then maybe like another midfielder to support him, he'd be an absolute monster. So in a 4-2-3-1, no. In a 3-man midfield, definitely. I'm trying to think, is there any other points to really sell him? It's strength and aggression. If you like players that are just, when they get the chance to win the ball back, and trust me, especially with how they patched defending, this guy wins the ball back. So if you want someone that's cheap and wins the ball back, and when I mean cheap in terms of other icons, get him. Absolute tank. Okay, that's going to be on this review. I will have Rui Costa out tomorrow. Probably Rivaldo and Sol Campbell, I don't know, because For a defender, it's quite hard to get clips. I'll try my best. It's just a little bit hard to get clips for defenders. But if there's any others, let me know. I know I've had Shevchenko, but I don't think at the moment I'm going to be able to do that. But I'll see if one of the lads let me use their accounts to do the review. Anyway, cheers for watching, lads.